And in your non-chess life, how many moves ahead are you? Are you always calculating variables and if this then that, if that then this, if that then this?
I think it does influence your thinking at some point. For instance, I have the strong feeling, and I think many chess players do, that doing something has consequences down the line. This is something you learn in chess. So we tend to think, well, if I do this today, then somebody else, not my opponent, I was about to say my opponent, but okay, some other person might then react to that in this way, and then how would I react to that? And you tend to think along those lines. But I would say that we're good at doing this in chess because it's a very controlled game. There are rules, all the action is happening on the chessboard and so on. In life, this sort of planning is more hit and miss.
I'm thinking you have a young son, and if you start to think about variables and factors and what happens here and what happens there, I mean, you would drive yourself crazy.
Well, he's obviously keeping me very, very busy. So both of us have to watch him all the time. He's just 16 months now. So that's a particular age when they seem to have this sort of death wish.
But
I mean, he goes around trying to eat everything, put anything into his mouth, and he has no sense of danger. He's figured out now that if you jump from a chair, it's going to be painful. So he tries to measure the height or the depth and so on before getting off. But in some other things, it's just insane the kind of risks he takes. So you have to kind of watch him and so on.
And do you find yourself extrapolating into his future as you plan for your son?
Not yet. I mean, I also feel that some things will just happen. I mean, I'm waiting to see what he's interested in. I mean, one of my plans is maybe in a year or two to leave a chessboard in pieces near him and see how he reacts to that. So, if he evinces some interest in chess, then I could take that further. But in general, I think I'll just try to expose him to lots of different stuff. I mean, chess is also pretty serendipitous. You start a game, it looks very logical, and I do this, he does that, but very often these sort of chains of logic are broken and unexpected things